guys, Cody here, and yeah, I'll be doing another Pokemon deck profile. This is actually kind of an update for my very first deck profile, and it is for Alolan Ninetails. So as I go through this video, I'll explain to you my card choices and whatnot. So let's get started with the star of the show itself. 2 Alolan Ninetails GXs, and 2 baby Alolan Ninetails. Well, the GXs are pretty strong. These are basically your strong beat stick, which has a pretty GX attack where for a double colorless energy allows you to move every damage counter that your Alolan Ninetails GX consumed and swap it onto your opponent's defending active Pokemon. Ice Blade, which can, do some sniping damage for 50, and Blizzard Edge, which can help if you're using Aqua Patch. And recycle energy is non-stop. So yeah, 2 Alolan Ninetails GXs, plus the 2 babies from Burning Shadows for the Luminous Barrier ability, which, is still really effective against your Pokemon's EXs and GXs. When you're going up against, decks like Volcanion, like the Volcanion matchup, or possibly even some of the newer decks out there, like the Silvally GX decks from Crimson Invasion, the Zoroark combinations from Shining Legends and whatnot. Yeah, still very good. And, with Aura Beam, although it's low with 80 damage, you can still increase the damage to 130 with the Choice Band and Professor Kukui. So yeah, double Alolan Ninetails, baby versions, and double GX. Check. I'm also running 4 Alolan Vulpix from Guardians Rising, as you can see. One of them is reverse, others are just common. And as usual, this is still the best Alolan Ninetails you can possibly get. For one reason only. The Beacon attack, which for 0 energy allows you to search your deck for any 2 Pokemon you want, put them in your hand, after revealing them, of course, and reshuffle your deck right afterwards. So this is a good setup card. I mean, there are other Vulpixes out there, but others are inferior compared to this one. I mean, the one from Burning Shadows, although it has good artwork, has an inferior effect. And the new one, though is a little better in terms of effects and cute artwork, is still not quite as good as the original Guardians Rising version. Speaking of which, I heard it's getting a alternate art from the Ultra Prism blister set, so definitely look out for that. Quadruple Alolan Vulpix, Checkaroonie. And for my Octillery engine, I'm running a 2-2 line of Octillery and Remoraid from Breakthrough. These guys are really good for draw power for until the next rotation comes out. And if these guys get rotated, I'll be pretty sad. These are the best draw power cards you could possibly get in water decks. Not just for the Alolan Ninetails deck, but for, other water decks out there, like the Glaceon GX, the new Empoleon from Ultra Prism, and yada yada yada. It's very beautiful. And I chose to go with the Ion Pool Remoraid because, it can allow you to kill any stadium and disrupt some plays from your opponent. It's mainly there for evolution fodder for this. So yeah. And for the rest of my Pokemon lineup, I'm running 1 Manaphy EX. This is mainly here for the Aqua Tube effect, which makes it so any Pokemon that has at least 1 water energy attached to it be able to retrieve for free. That is really good. Beautiful. And for my Tapu lineup, 1 Lele because I can't afford another one right now. A Finny, which is still pretty decent. And the Coco promo for free retreat. And be able to snipe for 20 damage. Thanks to Flying Flip. And Checkaroonie. That's all of our Pokemon. 16 in total. So now let's move on to my stadiums. For stadiums, I'm running 2 Brooklet Hills. Very standard staples and are very good in both fighting and water decks. Speaking of which, I heard that the new Garchomp from Ultra Prism is eventually going to transform into a fighting type in the next set. So this will be very good for that. So for now, we just, I guess, use 2 Bridgets or maybe one Bridget and one Brookwood Hill. Double Brookwood Hill, very standard and very powerful. Now let's move on to the rest of my trainer cards, which are supporters and items. Supporters, one Acerola for recovering any damaged Pokemon and going from there. Very good and very standard. As well as one Bridget for right now, which is still very powerful. I'm also playing one Cynthia from Ultra Prism, which is a really good draw supporter. This is basically an upgraded version of Shauna, where instead of drawing 5 cards from your deck, you draw 6, which is very, very helpful. So one Cynthia, double Guzma, very standard. One Lily. I decided to replace my original Lily with this Ultra Prism alternate art, and it looks pretty beautiful. Definitely like it. Still, same effect, different art. Double Malo, good setup. And for the rest of my supporters, I'm running triple N, one Kukui, and 4 Sycamores. So now, that's pretty much it for my supporters. Now let's get on to the items. Items, still running 4 Aqua Patches, which is very, very standard for water decks like this. 2 Choice Bands, good for extra damage output. Double Field Blower for item and a Stadium Disruption for your opponent. I'm also playing, Double Rescue Stretcher, which is, again, very standard. And I'm deciding to go with one Super Rod to help recycle energies and get some Pokemon that have been either discarded or destroyed back into my deck, which is really, really good. And the rest of my items are, once again, 4 Ultra Balls. Very, very standard and very, very powerful, as I always say. And now, to finish off their deck profile, I'll give you my energy count. For energies, I'm still running 7 water and 4 double colorless. And that is pretty much it for my updated Alolan Ninetails deck. Tell me what you think in the comments, and peace. Thanks for watching my latest video. Be sure to subscribe for more videos. And yeah, this is Cody the Dragon Samurai, signing off.